I hope that you're conquering the day because I mean this is after 9 already. So I'm sure that a lot of activities must have come and gone already for you. And if you're just starting your day, well, good morning to you. And we're glad that you have joined us right here on Women Radio FM 91.7. My name is Rose Yusuf Kaiser, and this is the program HerLens, where we discuss, dissect, and disagree on topical issues right here on Nigeria's first radio station for women and their families. Right. So yes, this morning, of course, on her talk about this morning. But first off, let's meet Susan. Good morning, Susan. How are you today?
Good morning, Rose. I'm very well. Good morning, HerLens family. I hope we are doing good. I hope we're still basking in the euphoria of Women's Day. Yes, 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 yes.
Thank you, Populo. Wow. It's good. It's good. It's definitely good. So yes, that's the voice of Susan. Hopefully Bidabo gets to join us pretty much soon. And then we get to talk about all of the issues that we have lined up. In the meantime, you can go ahead and send us WhatsApp message, text messages on 07031756537 or 08155917917. All right. So, good morning, Ibinabo. How are you today? And how is the day starting off for you?
Okay, I'm trying to set myself. Okay, so good morning, Lady Rose. Good morning, Lady Susan. Good morning to all the ladies out there and all the gentlemen. It's great to be here. And if I'm given the opportunity, I want to quickly say congratulations to um, a lady. She's a younger friend. She's a beautiful lady. We're talking about beautiful in her character and all of that. Yesterday was her birthday. She clocked 40. So she was able to gather a few of us, her egbons, and we celebrated her. She is Mrs. Oluwa Dayo Kende Taiwo. She's a beautiful jewel, and I want all the ladies to help me wish her well. She's an ardent listener to the program. She's lovely.
Oh,
She's lovely.
wow.
She's lovely. Yes.
Oh, all right. So, we wish her all the best, and we are hoping that she gets to keep attaining new heights and whatever she does, and as for somebody that is always listening to her lens, women radio, our prayers are with you. So we join our voices with Ibinabo to wish you the very best and hopefully, good things that will definitely come to you in whatever you do, wherever you go to, you will definitely experience good things, okay? As we keep lending our voices to a lot of the issues that we talk about here to make Nigeria better, to make our women better, and to be a voice for our women. So yeah, we join Ibinabo in congratulating you and to wish you all the very best. Okay, so let's head on to some of the issues we have this morning to talk about. Meanwhile, we are up on YouTube, so please do well to watch us live on YouTube. My face, Ibina Bosses, and if you've never seen us before, this is the perfect time to get to see us this morning because all our faces are here. And the book, sorry, Susan was mentioning, I hope that we're still basking in the referral of the International Women's Day. As you can see, Bina, but Susan is still on popular. She no hungry. Be like say she'll carry on this one read the end of this month like this. But anyway, it's all good. We get to celebrate ourselves as much as we can. Let's not forget that I think on Sunday, which is the 15th, is this Sunday or Monday? Day two. US has its own dates different, I think. So yeah, well, all of it we shall carry and celebrate Mother's Day. Any number it be, no matter how many times a year, whether Mother's Day, whether Women's Day, whether anything shall we shall skip celebrating it. Plus our birthday joy we go do am and you go buy us gift give us. No be crime. We go collect am. All right, so let's head on to start off with this one, which is it's let me say it's part of what we get to talk about when it comes to International Women's Day. So let's start up with this one. Susan, I'm sure you saw the video that, I posted about this little girl whose stepfather was saying, go get me a cup of water. And the little girl was rude to the father, to the stepfather. And then the mom comes in and corrects that particular thing with a slap. She corrects it with a slap. So from what the mom was saying, you could hear that, oh, okay, she's a single mother, and she married this man who took them in, and all of that. So why should you be rude to this man who was ready to step up as your father, pay your school fees, do everything? So why should you be rude to that extent? And the woman goes ahead to correct this young lady, and also apologizes to the man for that. So we're just going to be looking at the dynamics of single mothers, parenting, and the correction too. Because I mean, a lot is going on in terms of it. In terms of this, there's some men that we need to applaud who have, taken full responsibility of the children of the women they intend to get married to, and this is an extension of the love they have for the mothers. So they've extended this love to the children. And sometimes for some of them, you can't even tell whether it's their children or it's not their children. You can't even tell at all. So it's quite wholesome when we see these things happening. And when we see it this way, we should try as much as possible to loud it so that a lot of people see that there's also the positiveness in this. And then the bad side of it, yes, there is. And then the good side of it, yes, but why not concentrate on the good side of it? So I'm Binabo, I'll just let you come in here. Let's know your take on this particular video that we saw, and some of the lessons we can learn from it, what we should run away from, what we should take from this, and also then we get to hear from Susan.
Thank you. Pardon my voice a bit. I told you that I was having
Yeah,
this.
yeah, and I forgot to ask. I hope you're better today.
I'm trying. You see, raising or training a child can never be seamless.
Yeah,
Training a child as a perfect parent because you're not perfect. So, but as parents, we still keep on learning on the best ways to handle issues like this. You see, I appreciate the man. I watched the video intentionally looking at, trying to, look at characters in that video. I saw a girl child who she's probably between the age 10 and 12. She's not a teenager yet.
yeah, she's not.
Times when you are around this age, let me first of all give man quite calm. He's a very calm man. He's a very gentle man, and even when the child was rude to him, he was, that was what I read on his face. He was like, what we deduce from there is that probably that was the first time that child reacted that way. It didn't seem as if he's used to that child being so rude to him. So that made me to start thinking there must be an undertone to that child's reaction. And the mother's reaction, yes, but for me, that was good, but for me, it was a bit to the extreme. I like her intervention. I like the way she reassured the mother, look, we appreciate you and everything. But then again, uh, giving that child a slap, that slap was quite a heavy one. And I know a young lady whose father slapped her, and today, that particular ear does not hear well. And each time, occasionally, she has pains there. It will
Oh,
become that she wouldn't even go to work. And so, how does she remember her father each time she goes through that pain? So let's be careful on how we correct our children. So now, for me, I appreciate it when parents don't delay in correcting a child, in setting the records properly. But sometimes you need to understand that rudeness is a sign of, could be, let me use the word could be, a sign of jealousy. It could be an issue, my dad, my biological father, now this man, and loyalty conflicts. It happens with children, loyalty conflict between the biological father and the stepdad, and then sometimes the child feels unheard. And how does he fight? I want to fight. She will now begin to see the man as the enemy. The single mother who has a child whose father is a deadbeat dad, she would have built this closeness with her daughter. Each time she comes home, to be the girl and herself and all of that. So now a new person has come in. She was the one who had a relationship with the man. They dated, they did everything until she now agreed that, okay, I think I want to settle down with this man.
Mm.
It wasn't up until, I'm assuming here though, it wasn't up until she was sure that she was going to settle down with this man before the man was properly introduced to the girl. So she was one who had built a long-term relationship,
With a man.
with the man. So the girl just came into the picture not too long ago. And this is a girl that probably she could not really understand why her father would not show up for her. She could not understand why her mother had to struggle alone to take care of her. So she's already building certain resentment towards the male figure, the father figure. And at the stepdad you have come in, is like, what can you do better? Biological father will do this. What can you do better? So you see, the bottom line here is, yes, she had given her a slap to set her head back to default or back to senses. Like they said, I will slap you, then your senses will set well. You see, I hope that thereafter she will have a very, very, deep conversation with her daughter. Not for her to take over the conversation, but for her to stand and let the girl speak up, speak out. Let her know that respect is not optional. I stand on that firmly. Even if she doesn't fully like or agree with her stepfather, she has to respect him because he is responsible. And sometimes a child's behavior may be wrong, but the feelings are real. So if you think that now that you have slapped her and you have told her to apologize, you have told her to bow down and everything, she didn't do all those ones with understanding. She did them because you were angry and you have told her as a mother, do this, and she's going to do it. So you have to let her know that it's not okay to express your feelings through disrespect. But I still stand that there has to be a conversation. And I hope that there is another part to that story, that video. Because, blended families is not easy. I've seen a lot. Really. It's not easy. It takes time for children to warm up to the man because they're always comparing in their head. Dad do this. Will my dad do that? And in some cases, I've seen cases where even when the man is very good, he's loving, he's everything, he's like, he's just trying to be nice, Joy. He doesn't really care about us. He's just trying to be nice. It's a lot. It's a lot. So she's still learning how to manage her emotions as a child. And she's still trying to adjust to the idea of her father. And all of this can be confusing to a child. So sometimes she may even be feeling protective of her mother. You don't know how children think. We're all once children. So I don't want us to forget that we were all once children because we're now adults. So I just hope and pray that she would sit down with the child and ask her, your step do something made you react that way. Why don't you don't like him? Why don't you like him? You want to understand the root of her reaction. That is the only way bond the two of them together, the father, the stepdad, and the daughter. If you are going to forcefully bond them together, it can't work. That girl will be looking for when she's old enough to run away from home. And that's not going to be good for you. So I just want to advise that. I know that there are so many families out there who probably will find themselves in this situation. Please advise. Yes, you have slapped her. Yes, you have made her to bow. Yes, you have made her to apologize. Yes, you have apologized to the man. Then it is time to have a conversation with your daughter. Sit down with her and talk. Understand the cause. Know why she did that. And let her know that this man he cares about you. He wants to, don't force her that he wants to take your father's place. No. He's a good man and he cares about you. He loves and he loves everything that comes from me. And you are from him, he loves you. So she's a child, let her understand. If advice as I'm doing now, please sit down and have a conversation with this. Don't just be quick to jump to conclusion and then, because sometimes you don't know what they say. You don't know what experience. You don't know whether the man is even acting or putting up some appearances to make you think he's a god and everything. Balance, you have to understand where is she coming from. Is she fighting for you? Is she fighting for other? Fighting to find a balance in that new home? If you don't have a conversation, you can understand it. Thank you. Let me pause here. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you too, Binabo, for looking at it from different angles. Yes, the young lady, the young girl, let me not use young lady before we think she's, an adult. The young girl, answered rudely, which the mom corrected, did not even think twice, to even correct that rudeness. But then again, do you want to sit down and actually know where that is coming from so that when you are not in the same space with both of them, it doesn't repeat itself again? Because the man seemed like a calm person. Left to him, he would just, now, wow, why are you doing this? And then probably off he goes. But that could just keep going on and on. And for the same man that is probably taking up your responsibility, paying your school fees and all of that, yeah, it could be that for the young girl, it's not coming from a place of hate. It could just be that I wish my father would have stepped up. I wouldn't even be here talking to a stranger in the first place. And that's why I give a lot of respect for men who try as much as possible to win the heart of the children of the woman they want to get married to, even before they get married to their mothers. They go the extra mile to have a relationship with these kids first before they even take the relationship he has with the mother to a different level. I think on the woman's part, it could be way easier because I mean, women, we know how to work our ways into the hearts of children, all of that. So it could be a bit easy when it comes to women and maybe stepchildren relationship and all, except if the woman herself is not an easygoing person, then you could have a lot of friction. Or if the children themselves are not so open, or maybe there are some other baggage that they're carrying along. So there could just be a lot of challenges, but we need to sit down and look at the root of it. If not, all these things might not just work out. All right, so thank you very much for being aboard. This is your Women Radio WFM 91.7, and of course, it's about 28 minutes after 9 right here on Women Radio. And we just heard from Ibinabo as regards to some challenges of single parenting. Now, let's head on to hear from Susan. Don't forget that you can dial the number 07000 917 917. Let's also get to hear from you with the number 09155 917 917. All right. So, Susan, let's hear from you.
Okay, so for me, Ibinabo has touched different areas, and while the show was going on, I had to go back, and rewatch that clip because it's a movie set, and I know that particular clip was extracted. I would have loved to see the full clip to know what happened before that reaction, even though the man looked innocent and all of that. He might look calm. We've seen calm people do very dangerous and dastard acts. He might be putting up a facade. Do you understand? I like the fact that she tried to discipline her child, which automatically puts the man in that place where he feels, okay, she's not supporting her child. But beyond the slap, how do you ensure that that girl, I want to put her at 10 years, max 11 years, that girl I saw in the video. So how do you ensure that in her own language, in her own head, not the adult head, she understands who this person is to her and to you? Children are not really bothered whether he's paying school fees. She doesn't know. You are the one whose burden is lifted. Let's be real. You are the one who knows that the burden is lifted. That child doesn't know. She will always look for her own father. So you need to have a proper conversation, like Mami Binabo just said, enlightening her and asking her, has he done anything wrong to you? Why are you reacting? Because ordinarily, whether he is your stepfather or not, you owe every adult respect. Not just because he's your stepfather, he's an adult,
Yeah.
he's a grown man.
Yeah.
So she is supposed, even if she had seen me, Susan, not a man, I'm a woman, and I say, give me water, she's not supposed to react in that way. So you see, for me, I don't know, but maybe I'm too critical about things. There are many unanswered questions in that one clip for me. And that's the answers of that would come from that child herself. And this is also to enlighten parents. We understand the fact that a man comes into your life, he's trying to lift your burden, he's being supportive. But more importantly, as you journey through, ensure to carry your children along. If you don't carry your children along, you will struggle more because they will always see that man as an intruder. You are the one seeing him as your helper, as someone God has orchestrated to help you, to lift your burden, to support your journey, to be your companion. Your children are not part of that equation. And it poses a huge challenge. So while you move into relationship, also speak to your children in the language that they will understand. I had a friend and I was asking, it's been a long time and you lost your partner, and it was like, the challenges are too much. I need to be sure that that person is going to understand my children, and my children will not see the new person as an intruder. That is the problem I see in that particular movie. I know that some other things might have transpired, in between, but it's also an opportunity to educate, our women, because it's also very easy for us to come out and play the victim because we are women and because we feel, I'm the one taking care of my child. We need to ask all the necessary questions, and we need to have honest, even if your child is 5 years, no child is too small to speak today here. They listen. Always speak to your children and carry them along as you journey through any dynamics of love. That would be my own contribution. Me, I am single, I'm not married, so nobody should come for my head.
All right, Susan, you just had to add that. You just had to add that. All right, Vidamo, go ahead.
Okay.
Like you said.
Just trying to still rub it in.
Mm.
At that age, business can make things worse. Let the stepfather focus on being friendly. The stepfather has a role to play too.
Yeah.
Let him focus on being friendly. Let him focus on being patient. Let him focus on being supportive. Supportive not just because you're paying fees and everything. See, all of those things do not really matter to children. In fact, the more school fees you are paying, the more food you are buying in the house makes them become even more jealous for their father.
Yeah.
I've seen a case where a child told the mom that, I wish my dad, because according to the lady's story, her husband wasn't financially very good, and he was always beating her, always taking it out on her and everything. The pregnancy she had after she gave birth to the first child, she lost from the way he kicked her in her tummy.
Hmm.
So by and large, parents supported her to leave. Even the guy's parents didn't know what to do. Daddy would do all those things for me.